If you've ever caught yourself wondering about someone's past, trying to decode subtle signs or hidden meanings in their behavior, remember this: real power doesn't come from judging others, it comes from understanding them. The truth is, relationships, attraction, and human behavior are far more complex than we think. When people talk about the hidden signs she's slept with a lot of men, they're often driven by insecurity, curiosity, or a lack of self-confidence. But let's shift that energy into something better: growth, awareness, and self-mastery. Because when you truly understand human psychology, you stop reacting and start leading. When you begin to shift from judgment to understanding, everything in your perspective changes. Most people spend their time analyzing and labeling others based on their past or behavior, but that habit only feeds insecurity and separation. The real strength lies in stepping back and realizing that every human being is a product of their experiences, environment, and emotions. What someone has done in their past does not define who they are today. It simply reflects what they've learned, what they've survived, and how they've grown. When you learn to look at people through the lens of empathy instead of ego, you start to see layers that most will never notice. You begin to recognize pain behind confidence, lessons behind mistakes, and wisdom behind silence. Judgment limits your vision while understanding expands it. It allows you to connect deeply, to listen instead of react, and to appreciate the story behind someone's behavior. This mindset doesn't make you naive, it makes you emotionally intelligent. It teaches you to approach relationships with patience and compassion rather than control or suspicion. You start focusing less on what others have done wrong and more on what they're doing right now to grow. That shift creates peace within you because your energy stops revolving around comparison and starts flowing toward clarity. When you understand instead of judge, you develop balance. You no longer need to prove your worth by criticizing others. Instead, you strengthen your own confidence by choosing kindness and awareness. Every conversation becomes lighter, every relationship more genuine. The power that comes from understanding is quiet yet transformative. It builds trust, respect, and emotional maturity. It reminds you that everyone, including you, is still learning, still growing, and still deserving of grace. Every experience a person goes through leaves an imprint on their character, shaping who they are and how they move through life. Mistakes, heartbreaks, challenges, and victories all become silent teachers that build emotional intelligence and inner strength. When you stop viewing someone's past as a source of shame and start recognizing it as a foundation for wisdom, your entire mindset matures. People who have lived, loved, and lost carry a certain depth that can't be faked or learned from books. Their energy often reflects resilience, their confidence comes from surviving storms, and their calmness is born from once being overwhelmed. These are not signs of impurity or weakness, they are evidence of evolution. In a world quick to judge, it takes strength to see beyond someone's history. A person who has been through many experiences has likely learned lessons about trust, boundaries, and emotional honesty that make them more aware and authentic. Instead of assuming that a complicated past defines them negatively, understand that it may have prepared them to love more deeply and live more consciously. Their ability to stay open after being hurt, to forgive, and to rebuild shows growth far greater than perfection ever could. When you view people through the lens of compassion, you realize that experience does not reduce value, it adds it. Wisdom blooms in those who have stumbled and stood up again. Each scar tells a story of courage, each failure teaches patience, each relationship, no matter how short, reveals something essential about life and love. The truth is, experience refines the soul, sharpens the mind, and softens the heart. Those who have lived deeply carry light in their eyes that comes only from walking through darkness and choosing to rise again with understanding instead of regret. Mastering your own energy is one of the most powerful things you can do for your growth, peace, and relationships. When you stop wasting time worrying about other people's choices or judging their paths, you free up space to focus on your own inner world. Every time you let anger, jealousy, or comparison take control, you hand over your energy to things that don't serve you. But when you redirect that same energy inward, towards self-improvement, mindfulness, you begin to see how powerful you truly are. Life becomes calmer, your focus sharper, and your confidence natural. You start realizing that the only thing you can truly control is your attitude, your habits, and how you respond to what life throws at you. Taking care of your energy means feeding your mind and body with the right things. It means choosing thoughts that lift you up instead of ones that drain you. When you start your day with gratitude, positive affirmations, and a calm morning routine, you set the tone for success. Eating clean, staying hydrated, and keeping your body active with light exercise keeps your energy levels balanced. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, and a healthy mind helps you maintain emotional strength even when life feels heavy. Instead of chasing validation or overthinking other people's actions, you begin to move from a place of quiet confidence. Your presence becomes magnetic because it's rooted in peace, not approval. You start to glow differently when your energy is focused on growth rather than gossip, healing rather than hurt. Mastering your energy doesn't mean you never get affected. It means you've learned how to center yourself again and again, no matter what happens around you. Nourishing your body and mind is the foundation of true confidence, clarity, and emotional strength. When you give your body the right fuel, your mind naturally becomes sharper, calmer, and more focused. Every choice you make about what you eat and how you move shapes not just your physical health, but also your mental and emotional balance. When you choose clean, whole foods instead of processed ones, you feed your cells the nutrients they need to produce steady energy, support your hormones, and keep your mood stable. A simple meal filled with fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats can transform how you feel from the inside out. Hydration plays a key role too, because even mild dehydration can cloud your thinking, lower your energy, and make you more irritable. Drinking enough water each day is one of the easiest ways to keep your body refreshed and your mind alert. Light exercise is equally powerful. You don't need to push yourself to exhaustion. Even a 20-minute walk, gentle yoga, or stretching can release tension, improve circulation, and help your brain produce chemicals that elevate your mood. Movement is medicine for both the body and the mind. It builds resilience and reminds you that you are in control of your own strength. Over time, these small actions become habits that shape your entire lifestyle. You begin to feel more confident, sleep better, and think more positively. A nourished body leads to a nourished mind, and together they create a sense of balance that radiates through your words, actions, and presence. When your energy feels stable and your thoughts clear, you naturally attract peace, focus, and joy into your daily life. It's not just about diet or fitness. It's about building a stronger, calmer version of yourself from within. Living with confidence and peace begins when you stop allowing the noise of the world to dictate your sense of worth. Real strength comes from within, from the quiet understanding that you are enough as you are, and that your value is not dependent on anyone's approval or opinion. When you carry yourself with calm assurance, people feel your presence before you even speak. It's not about arrogance or pretending to be perfect, but about owning your journey. The ups, the downs, the lessons, and the growth that shaped you. Every challenge you've faced has given you a deeper sense of who you are and what truly matters. Confidence is not something you fake, it's something you build, slowly and honestly, by keeping promises to yourself and showing up every day, even when it's hard. Peace comes when you stop fighting battles that no longer deserve your energy. It's in choosing silence over arguments, self-respect over desperation, and gratitude over resentment. When you focus on your peace, your mind becomes clearer, your emotions more stable, and your life more aligned. People are drawn to those who radiate calmness and certainty because that energy feels safe and real. The more you stay grounded in who you are, the less you're affected by judgment, gossip, or comparison. A confident and peaceful person walks with quiet power, not because life is perfect, but because they've learned how to stay centered through chaos. You begin to trust yourself deeply, speak kindly to your mind, and move with purpose. Over time, your presence becomes magnetic, your smile more genuine, and your energy more uplifting. Confidence and peace together create an aura that speaks louder than words and draws the right people and opportunities effortlessly into your life.